This is the last of the 3 parts of the Pedal Commander videos. I'm going to cover some comments and questions from subscribers. Also clear up some questions you might be having about the Pedal Commander and how to use it as well. Along with some details about my bike, at the end of the video I'll list some details about how to get the Pedal Commander, where to purchase it from, and also include those in the description below the video as well. I also have some links to the previous 2 videos at the end of the video as well. Now sit back and get ready for this week's video. Now, first thing I want to do is cover some questions and comments from subscribers and then clarify some details about the Pedal Commander and my bike as well. My first shout out goes to Will. He had some questions for me and I got with him and kind of contacted him. On the F3 and F3S for the 2020 model, he noticed that the F3S has the Eco and Sport mode, but the F3 base model does not. Now, I'm very fortunate on mine, it does. But on the new 2020s, the F3 does not have that feature, and the F3S starts and above start to have the Eco and Sport mode. Now what that does is whenever you press Eco for a certain amount of time, this little button up here on the controller, it does kick it into Sport mode or switch it into Eco mode. Now mine lights up on the dash and it says Eco whenever it's active. Whenever it's in Sport mode, there is no symbol or anything on the dash as well. So that lets me know that I'm in Sport mode. And what this does improve the performance. To give you an example, when I'm riding around with my wife, I usually put it in Eco mode. That way she's not jerking on the back of the seat or anything whenever we're riding around. The throttle response is a little bit slower. Now when I want to play around or when I want to get on the interstate and make sure that I'm going around cars and being able to pass and whatnot, I'll put it in Sport mode. That way the throttle response is a little bit quicker and I don't have to worry about the delay and calculate that in the stopping and starting process and passing the vehicles as well. So, to answer his question just flat out, yes, the Pedal Commander does help very much with that option. So if you don't have Eco and Sport, when you plug in the Pedal Commander, it has 4 modes and you'll see that in this video: Eco, City, Sport, and Sport Plus. So you can basically take place of that. Now, it does not change the horsepower or torque whatsoever. It just deals with throttle response. My next shout out goes to Brett, who commented or asked, will this make any difference in cruise control? Now I'm going to read from the paper here so I don't mess anything up and misquote or do anything like that. This is a great question and not a lot of places covered this question. I had to go directly to Pedal Commander's site, do a little bit of hunting and do some hunting online as well. Now what I found out is when you are in cruise control or giving the bike gas at any point in time, you do not want to change modes in this Pedal Commander. Doing so can cause an error message or the warning light to appear on your gauge, and then you have to take it in to get it serviced. This may cause your bike to go into limp mode as well. Now personally, I said to him to turn it off whenever you're using cruise control. Basically the reason for that is the Pedal Commander is designed for throttle response. So in cruise control, just like a car, you don't want to step on the gas and be in control of having to go on and off the gas. So with cruise control, I would just recommend turning the Pedal Commander off and using your standard Eco and Sport mode or whatever your bike comes with. But that is a great question from Brett. I appreciate the comment because I did not know and did not mention it at the time. And it was also good for me to know, even though I don't have cruise control on this bike, it was good for me to know that I do not need to switch it whenever I am throttling down. Now also, one key thing is when you're starting your bike, don't play with the gas as well because this can do the same thing. So those are 2 things that can cause you warning lights and also your bike to go into limp mode. And for those of you that don't know limp mode is the way that the bike shuts down and lets you know that something is going on. It doesn't immediately stop or cause you to have an accident. What it does is reduce all the horsepower, makes the bike become completely as safe as possible for you to either get off the road and get it checked on and get it taken care of. So limp mode is something that a lot of people that you'll see online talk about. Most of the time it is when they're riding around and they're doing a video about they don't know anything about the bike, but they're doing some kind of review on the bike and they keep their foot on the brake. This is like a car, so you have a foot brake instead of having it up on the controls where the handlebars are. So it is kind of easy when you're first riding. If you don't know any better, you leave your foot on the brake pedal, and whenever you kick on those red lights, you're riding your brakes. So the bike thinks that whenever you're on the throttle and you're accelerating but your brakes are on, something's wrong that causes you on the limp mode. The next part is I wanted to clear up. On my video I show a 0 to 60 and I get in roughly, I think, the high 4s. Now this bike, I do not have anything matte, chipped, or anything like that. It is all from factory stock. The only thing that would improve the performance a little bit, other than the pedal commander, is a K&N filter that I installed. Now, the reason I say that is that was the only time I was able to get in the 4s. The rest of the times it is basically the low 5s. I just happened to get lucky to be able to do that. It does not change the horsepower in the bike at all. With the Sport Plus and Plus 4 mode, you are at 100% of capacity for being able to access the torque at any time. So when you press down on that throttle, you get immediate response. My most comfortable modes have been the City, at the Plus 3 and Plus 4 setting, or the Sport with no plus at the settings of 0 to +2. So the first thing you want to do is download the app. I use Google Play because I have an Android, but basically you can get it. It is under Pedal Commander. It will look just like the symbol at the top here. And then when we come up, there is a legal disclaimer you have to do, and it also wants to know your location of your device. It does that because it is through Bluetooth, so it does have to recognize the location of the device, so you do have to accept that. And of course the user agreements, if you don't accept it, you can't use it type of thing. So pretty much you just have to accept all the way through there. Now, mine is not connected to mine yet, so I'm going to press connect. It says, caution, you are about to connect to Pedal Commander Bluetooth unit. Please press the continue button after you are sure that your ignition is on and your car is active. So I have turned the key to on. I don't have to have the bike running, but I did turn it on. All right, so when we get to the Pedal Commander Say Bluetooth devices, we're going to click on this bottom button down here at the bottom. It says add another Pedal Commander. And we're going to go scanning. Now I have a Samsung Galaxy notepad, and when I try and connect to it, it does give me a little bit of trouble. My cell phone, not so much. But in order for me to record this for you and get good pictures, I've had to use the notepad to do it. So Pedal Commander comes up down here, PDL Commander. I'm going to click on that. Now this code that I'm going to enter is on the back of my Pedal Commander. It is the serial number on the back of it. I'm going to pause this video while I enter it, and then I'm just going to hit continue to confirm it, and then I'll come back to the video. I don't want anybody to see this, because if I'm riding down the interstate and somebody notices the bike and watches this video, they can basically enter the Pedal Commander and get the access to it. So I'll be back in just 1 second. Now whenever that gets done, you're going to enter the device name. Mine is going to be Moab Man. And then you'll just click on save. Now with the cell phone at this point, it goes in and it comes right up to the screen, but it will not have connect there. So my big issues are I've had to redo the Bluetooth. What I do is I turn off and back on the Bluetooth. I'm going to pause this while I do it because it shows access to other accounts. So here's a pause. Now I just turned off my Bluetooth and turned it back on, and sure enough, it starts working. Again, I had no issues with this on my cell phone, but on the notepad I do. So I'm just trying to give you the best demonstration that I can by using my notepad to record. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. If you do have the troubles, do like I did, turn off and on your Bluetooth while this app is up, and it does connect to it. So now, as you see, I have the different modes. I've got City, Sport, Sport Plus, and Eco. And right now, my Pedal Commander is on City and +3. So if you'll notice here, it says City and then +3 down at the bottom. So if I want to change to Sport, it's going to put changing. And if you notice, it does change on the Pedal Commander as well. And then let's go Sport +3. So on that one, sorry, I tapped down here at the bottom, not paying attention. So +3, I'll go 1, 2, and 3. I do want to give it time while it's changing, and it did change on here as well. Now I'm going to go back to 0. I'm going to press minus on here, and you're going to see it activates without me touching. Without the app, I just simply press that star button. In the video in a few seconds, I will be showing that as well. So those are the features, those are the modes. Now I can come up here at the top, and it has choose mode, connections, settings, support, contact, and shop. So let's go to settings. And there are the different settings. I'd like to be informed of updates, news, and campaigns. I'm going to turn it off because I'd like to go look for them. I don't like to be bugged on emails. Change background image, activate manual controls, and then change manual keypad brightness. Now what this is for is this allows you to change the colors. I'm going to slide this little bar up and down so you get to see it and see what the difference is. So that's as bright as it goes. Doesn't look like it changed a whole lot to me. It did a little bit there, and then I'm going to go all the way down to the lowest. So it does dim it a little bit. I'm going to keep it in the middle right where they had it, but it doesn't make too much of a difference. Now change background image, I'm going to click on that. It's got black mesh, carbon fiber, black, and create yourself. I'm going to do the carbon fiber, and that's what it changed on there. So now we're going to go back to the pedal commander to choose mode, and then that's the background of it. And while I've got you on here, I'm going to go ahead and show you the others as well. So settings, change background. I'm going to do black mesh. Go to choose mode. That was the original. Oh, settings, sorry. Change background image. Let's go with the black this time. Then go back. And it's just plain black. I do like the carbon fiber, so I'm going to stick with it. So change background, carbon fiber. Not that this is a big deal. I'm probably not going to be using the app whenever I'm using the controller because I like where I have it right there. All right. And again, when you click on connections, it's just going to show the different connections that you have, and Moab Man is connected. So you click on the settings here, rename it or delete it. And again, I apologize about the blurry images. I can't put a light on this because then it kills the image altogether. So I'm trying to give you the best one possible. And then we go back to the modes, support, contact, or shop. But I'm going to click on support, and it has installation video. You go to contact, and it has the contact information. And then shop, and it's going to take you to the website. So I don't want to do that. Just wanted to show you those options. I'm not going to go into great detail on those because I don't want to bore you to death on the video. So basically that's it for the app. This is going to look exactly the same as it does on your phone. You can go through every single setting for it. All right, and it says, do you wish to engage eco mode? Caution pedal response will be heavily decreased. Click on change, and then it says into eco mode, as you see there on the dash. Now, options that I like are city, and then I usually like +3 and +4. I'm going to set it at +3. I keep tapping down here at the bottom, I'm so sorry. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then 3, and then there's your +3 settings. All right, so it did change it on the pedal commander, and now I'm going to show you how to manually change it on the pedal commander as well. I'm going to put a glove on so you guys know that it can be touched with the glove, and that way you get a better view of what it's actually going to be like while you're riding.